that Logic Pro guy here. We're taking a look at the new Logic Pro. It's kind of Logic Pro 12, but some people say it's not. Let me just show you a sample of what's possible now. Okay, let me just show you how I got there. Per the usual, I created a drummer, nothing new there. But after that, I went into the new tracks dialog window and we can now create simple pads, modulated pads, and rhythmic chords with a synth player. And in terms of the bass player, we have pump bass, 808, and sequenced bass. They all sound absolutely tremendous. I went with the sequenced bass here. Let me go ahead and create a session player. My chord progression, a smooth D minor, G minor, and A minor 7. Check it out. Thus far, they're using Alchemy. And if we go into the session player editor, we have so many goodies, so much to work with. An XY pad that controls the octave and melody. We can control the patterns per the usual. Looks like we can start adding notes now, 8th and 16th notes. We can follow chords or we can follow the chord track. You can control note range as well as note length. Let's play with that parameter. Man, it sounds absolutely amazing in my headphones. We can control the fills as we could before, the swing settings. Let's move on to the details tab. It looks like we can accent certain notes. Let's check that out. And it looks like we're controlling CC74, which controls brightness within Logic Pro. If you'd like to learn more about some of these more intricate settings, keep watching both of my channels. I'm covering this stuff all day. So essentially, the MIDI is accenting with brightness. Looks like we can change the phrasing. Okay, let me go ahead and play with the octave. I mean, it really does sound amazing. Looks like we can change the phrase length. Let me go ahead and just move this to 1 bar. Probably the most exciting feature is the slide functionality. So we can change the slide time. Let me go ahead and exaggerate this a bit. Let's check this out. Love that we have the capability of controlling how many slides, but also the behavior of the slide data. LFO behavior, absolutely incredible. Sawtooth, sine, square, and random. So we get to control a certain CC. Again, this is automatically assigned to brightness, but you can assign this to most anything. Let's go ahead and just see what this sounds like. Here we go. So you can hear the filter's bright and then it gets very dark because of the pattern that I'm using. Maybe if I drop the amount a little bit, it's not as aggressive. Let's try a sine. It sounds absolutely incredible. Besides the sequence bass, we also have an 808 bass and a pump bass. Let me go ahead and play with the pump bass. Let's change our tempo to 120. And let's change this particular drummer. And let's make this into big room EDM. All right, let's take a listen. Okay, let's see if we can get a little bit of variety here, change the intensity. We can change the shape of the pump. The pump can push or pull a little bit, so that's nice. We can humanize by not being so quantized. Same thing with the slides here. We can control the slide data. If I wanted to create my own pattern, I can also do something like that. Let's go ahead and play with this for a quick second here. Okay, you get the point. If we go into the new synth players, inside of rhythmic chords, let's see what that sounds like. So I'm using modulated pad, and just like before with the piano player, we could do different things. We can control the left and the right hand. We can control what the left hand's doing, what the right hand's doing. So with the left hand, I'm just going to play the root and the octave, and I'll move the right hand to change its inversion position. Looks like we have control over the envelope itself, which is absolutely incredible. Oh man, incredible that we can control the LFO, and it's just so simple and clear. Still don't know if it feels like an actual 12.0 update, but I am thrilled on so many different levels. If I get rid of this guy and we create a new session player, and instead of the modulated pad, let's go ahead and throw in rhythmic chords. See what that sounds like. Here we go. Okay, let me change the bass player to an 808 bass. Here we go. Okay, so just like before, we can play with various parameters. My favorite feature here has to be the strum parameter. Check this out. So I was really getting this to work. This sequence is not that great, but I mean, I could totally hear this on hip hop records. It sounds like some kind of crazy arpeggio type thing. But yeah, we can play with the phrases, the accents, just like we could before. We've got a built-in LFO on deck. Create your own pattern if that works for you. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. The right hand capability of playing whatever shape you want. Stacked, shape 1, shape 2, 3 voices wide, etc., etc., etc. So anyhow, folks, that is a general overview. AI session players transform your tracks with the all-new synth player. Generate dynamic synth performances. This is all true. Use Simple Pad to add lush harmonic layers to your song. We also have modulated pad and rhythmic chords. Explore popular synth bass styles, including 808 bass, pump bass, and sequenced bass to dial in the low end. And then we have Chord ID, which I will cover in another video. The sound library, looks like we've gotten some updates there. We can now listen to audio previews of any sound packs and install your favorites. But more important, if you're not using some of them, you can also delete packs that you are no longer using. A ton of under the hood fixes, enhancements, things of that nature. Again, to me, this is an 11.5 release, but truthfully, if you look at the stability and reliability things that they have fixed, this list goes on forever. So obviously there was a lot of work that went into this. Thank you to the Logic Pro dev team. Thank you to Apple. Thank you for watching. I'll be covering this all day on my channel. Take care. God bless.